Hello one and all, and welcome to Bellamy Draws. I am Bellamy, and today I will be drawing a 1-hour sketch made from a 10-second sketch. So if you've been watching videos from the YouTube art community for a while, you may be familiar with the popular 1 hour, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10-second drawing challenge, where artists do their best to draw a particular subject within 1 hour, then recreate the same drawing in lesser increments of time. I've seen and liked my fair share of these videos, but today I want to take this challenge and turn it on its head. Instead of drawing in shorter increments of time, I'll be drawing a quick sketch in 10 seconds. I have no pre-planned idea of what I'll draw, but after those 10 seconds are over, I will be drawing the same basic pose and shape of that sketch, but spend 1 hour to make it into a finished drawing. As you can see in the sketch that I've just done in the blink of an eye, it is very abstract. It has a basic pose, but not much else behind it. However, now is where things get fun. I start the timer once again, and this time I have it set for 1 hour. Immediately into this drawing, I try to capture the same shape of the original sketch. Once I have what I think is a similar enough pose and composition, I begin adding details. I look deep into that quick drawing, and what I see is a warrior, with horns poking out of his head or perhaps a helmet. I see a weapon of sorts and a large shield. So I keep on at these things until it's time to get into the final line art. At this point I had about 30 minutes remaining, give or take. I wanted to show a clock, but couldn't figure out a feasible way of doing it outside of screen recording my phone for an hour, then emailing it to myself, which simply was just a hassle. So in these final moments I try to make this drawing look unique. A warrior, yes, but perhaps one from some far-off land. I initially tried drawing a morning star since I thought it would be cooler than a sword, but I failed in this attempt. So I swapped things up and gave him a whip. Then this pose sort of resembles the horns on his helm. And seeing that I had about 10 minutes left after the line art, I decided to speed run adding color. I had no preconceived color scheme picked out, and my color theory just sucks, so I was feeling something Santa-esque. I changed it a couple of times until I got to the final result. Within the hour, I only had enough time to do one shade of colors, but after the fact I decided to add on just a few shadows, but that is simply for my own sanity. And in the end, this is what I came up with. What do you think? What would you name this lad? Tell me in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more content. This is Bellamy, wishing you a fantastic day.